What's up, world? Welcome back to Charge the Game podcast. I'll be your host here, Chuck. And in this moment, we got to get into big baby Glen Davis. What are you doing, man?
Damn.
What are you doing, man? This dude gets sentenced to 40 months in prison. I think that's about 3 years and some change. You get caught fraudulent insurance fraudulent scheme. And you get busted. I can't believe this, man. You know, I wasn't a huge big baby Glen Davis fan, but I rock with Big Boy, you know, especially when he was on the Celtics in that championship run, man. But we got to really get into this situation. But first, I need you guys to do me a huge favor. Hit that like button, keep your boy in these algorithms, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel for future content. Thank you so much for the love and support. Back to the video. Big baby Glen Davis, bro. Like, what was you thinking, man? Seriously, man. Like, what was you thinking, man? Isn't it crazy how you could be on top of the world, man? You could be king of your own world, man, and not see or expect for a day like this to come. You know what I'm saying? I remember when this first broke, I saw him on the plane holding up like a bunch of money or something like that. I was just like, what is this guy doing, right? This guy's wilding. And I honestly thought that they had let it go, you know, but seems that, you know, things take time in a judicial system, I guess, whatever you want to call it. And looks like they had the evidence to bring old big baby Glen Davis down, man. And nobody can help him out of this situation but him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's unfortunate, you know what I'm saying? But if you do the crime, you do the time. You know what I'm saying? Just because you played in the NBA or, you know, you did this. I know there are a lot of people that get away with murder, basically. A lot of people getting away with a lot of scamming. I got cousins that scam, for real. So people are having their way with all these schemes and stuff. But eventually, if you get on the right radar, they will track you and they will find you, as they found this man. Where it says former NBA forward Glen Big Baby Davis was sentenced by a federal judge Thursday to 40 months in prison, plus the 3-year supervised release for his November 2023 conviction in an alleged scheme to defraud the league's health care benefits. Maybe I just got to keep reading to understand more of this foolishness and how this even happened, right? It goes on to say 20 people, including 18 former players such as Terrence Williams, Keon Dooling, have been sentenced in the case for filing false medical claims with the NBA players' health benefits welfare plan. Oh, I see what's going on. So this is probably like how the military works. For those who don't know, I did do 8 years in the military, the United States Army, and you guys know how it is, man. You know, some people gonna do what they gotta do to get that lifetime compensation. So I feel like this may be one of those situations, man, because a lot of these guys, man, they F their money off, especially on women, parties, and drugs. I've been around enough athletes to know this. And once they're no longer getting that compensation, they start to panic. They can no longer keep up with the lifestyle they had. So what do? They have to file cases, develop cases, and slowly you get percentages, right? If this is how the military works, slowly you might get 10%. You can say, oh, I caught this concussion during the NBA championship. I'm concussed, now I can't sleep. All right, they may give you 40%. So you want to work your way up to 100%. That way you get 100% disability of some sort, right? That's what I'm thinking. I could be wrong, but this report is going to tell me. It goes on to say Davis, 38, who maintained his innocence since indictments in case were handed down in October 2021, was found guilty of multiple fraud charges and conspiring to make false statements. What did I tell you guys? He was ordered to pay $80,000 in restitution. The conditions of his supervised release include attending a financial management class and receiving mandatory drug treatment. So obviously they had busted this guy already. They gave him a fine, slapped him with a fine to pay. And I don't know if this was going to let him off the hook or excuse him during that time. You know what I'm saying? And I told you guys, man, like when you're down bad, man, you got to do what you got to do. I ain't even mad at you, big baby Glen Davis, but you just got to be smarter than that, man. You got to understand that they have people on their team too. They're going to have people working against the clock to see if you deserve this or not. Williams, the supervised ringleader of the Southern District of New York U.S. Attorney Office, has described a wide-ranging scheme to steal millions of dollars, was sentenced to 10 years last August. Wow. And as you guys know, Andre Iguodala is one of the members of the NBPA. And this is what he had to say on this situation. On behalf of all of our NBPA members, past and present, I respectfully ask that you consider Glen's accomplishments and the positive impact he has had on those around him when determining his sentence. Iguodala wrote in his letter, I recognize the seriousness of this legal matter and appreciate the thoroughness of the judicial process and ask for leniency with these factors in mind. Listen here, Iguodala. This is serious business, and these ain't your pockets. This the other man pockets, right? Two, it's not like big baby Glen Davis served the country where a judge would be like, okay, well, you're a veteran, you know, you probably, you know, scraping to get by and you got a family and stuff. They're not going to look at it like that because you make more money than the average American would ever dream of making. So the judge off the rip is not going to come on now. But aside from 2 journalists and a half dozen attendees affiliated with the prosecution, no other members of the public attended the sentence. And I don't blame them because guess what? You got yourself into this shit. You got to get yourself out of it, man. There comes a point where you are no longer a boy. You are a man. You know right from wrong, just like I do, just like any other adult do. And we have to be held responsible for the things that we do. What if big baby Glen Davis was stealing that from your bank account? Would you spare him? I don't think so. So you have to be fair across the board. It pains me that there is no one here for Mr. Davis, Sharp told the court while fighting through tears. She acknowledged her client's poor decisions, I'm assuming this is his attorney, but argued for a time-served sentence with requirements for community service, mental health therapy, and treatment for cannabis addiction. And what y'all don't know is, man, I be around these NFL players, NBA players, they blow shit down. They smoke like bad. And some do drugs that are way more serious than marijuana, man, and they get hooked on this type of stuff. You know, so this type of stuff happens. There's nobody to help him out of this situation. Unfortunately, you know, he calls this upon himself, you know, and we just got to treat it as such, you know what I'm saying? Because guess what? The average Joe out here getting sentenced every day. You don't see no athletes coming to their aid, no athletes coming to their defense. And at the end of the day, once you in those cuffs, you treated as property of the state. It ain't no going back. Last but not least, he goes on to say Davis, who helped the Boston Celtics win the 2008 championship and retire from the NBA following his final season in 2014-2015, grew increasingly animated throughout the hearing, shaking his head, burying his face in his hands, and sighing deeply in disbelief. When I lost basketball, man, boy, that court system will break you down. When I lost basketball, I lost myself, he pleaded to Judge Valerie before the sentence was handed down. I ask you the honor to help me get back to who I am. Well, I believe she's going to help you indeed. You know, she's going to give you 40 months to find yourself, to help you get yourself. There will be no drugs. There will be no schemes, even though they do smuggle, let's be honest. But, you know, this is what it is. If you blew through all those millions and then invest and do the right thing, to each his own. And you just got to live with that, man. So you guys weigh in with your thoughts, comments, and concerns. Boston Celtics, man. How do you guys feel about this, man? I know that you guys probably are worried about just the playoffs right now. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you hate to see your brother going down, but at the same time, he's taking himself down. So you just got to live with it. It's a make or miss league. Looks like my boy missed. So I'm praying for him, and I'm praying for his family. I'm praying for his kids, and I hope that he can get through. If you found any value to this video, I ask that you like, share, keep your boy in these algorithms, and subscribe to the YouTube channel for future content. Thank you so much for the love and support. Like always, let me know how you charge the game. Peace.